Welcome back to Super Sister Signs, a best friends podcast where we talk life, love, and a little bit of astrology. I am your no-nonsense Capricorn co-host, Juanita.
And I am your cozy, compassionate Cancer co-host, Brooke.
Yay!
Hey.
So last we spoke, it was election day, and now it's post-election day.
Yeah.
Huge wins.
Huge wins across the board.
Landslide wins.
Awesome time.
Everyone is, I feel I've been in such a good mood in the past couple days.
You feel empowered by all the wins?
I mean, I think the hope in the air, I mean, I'll get to it because my scream is also putting me in a good mood.
Ooh, okay.
But that combined with the hope and just, I think there's a renewed energy and a reminder that people will vote when there's someone to believe in.
Yes.
And
that is a great point.
like Zoran Mamdani got over 1 million votes, which I think that hasn't happened since the 60s in New York for a mayoral candidate to get over 1 million votes.
Whoa.
Because that's not something... I was watching election coverage with Vince that night, and so they were like talking about this, but there's just never really been such a turnout. People were so excited, and first-time voters were so excited for Zoran, and it's just... And he won by so much more. I think they were talking about in certain places. They were kind of... I was reading about, I think, comparing Kamala's losses in New York versus Zoran's wins. And the point was just like, when you stand on trans rights, when you stand on, anti-genocide, like pro-Palestine, when you stand on just resources for the people and the working class, like when you stand on business, people respond. Versus like Kamala trying to pander to the moderates. That doesn't work, and it's never been working. But like Democrats keep trying to do that shit, and it's just never going to work. And then people blame voters. No. Give us someone to believe in.
Give us someone who does something.
He just like he wasn't even born in the U.S.
I saw that for the first time.
He came to New York when he was 7. So he had a great acceptance, like, victory speech. I don't know if you saw it. But, I mean, you should watch it because I can't do it justice.
No, don't try.
Some of it was, like, fun poking at Donald Trump.
Of course.
He's like, Donald Trump, and I know you're watching. It's time to turn the volume up.
Fun.
And a lot about, like, this is, a city of immigrants, and now we're going to be led by an immigrant. And he was just like, yeah, I'm a Muslim, democratic, socialist immigrant. Yeah. And I'm not apologizing for any of my identities, essentially. Yeah. And he didn't have to. He didn't have to throw trans people under the bus. He didn't have to pander to Israel. He could, like, fully stay aligned with his values and win.
It's so hopeful.
It's amazing.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
I'm crying.
We're both crying.
It's just so cool. And like, now do LA, Now do everywhere. But also California, congrats to us.
Yes.
We passed yes on Prop 50.
Thank God.
Which was a measure in response to Texas redrawing district lines to win more congressional or representative, I think, seats somewhere.
You're the fact keeper.
I'm the fact keeper. I think it's House of Representatives. I think like seats there.
They did something nasty, and California said, "Whoa,
well, we can do it too.
We can do it too.
Actually, we can redraw these lines and get more Democratic seats because we're not going to let just Texas grab power that they didn't earn. Because also Republicans know that they can't win on their policies; they have to win by cheating.
Yeah.
So California's like, fuck you, actually.
Well, I'll cheat. And it'll be awesome.
It'll be awesome. And I'm not even sure. I mean, I feel like the response isn't cheating. Yeah. I feel like Texas cheated. No.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, well, if you're going to cheat, then we're going to make it
the rules
square.
are going to be different. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think another mistake that the Democratic Party has always made is trying to play by the rules when Republicans have never played by the rules. They're cheaters.
Yeah.
They play dirty, they fight dirty, and they will always go low. So Michelle Obama, I'm sorry. We can't be going high anymore.
We can't.
I'm sorry, Michelle.
It doesn't work. Michelle.
It doesn't work.
You're beautiful. Stay up there.
You're amazing.
I'm going to be scrounging around with the rats in the street.
We're in the street with the rats. So, but it was just like, yeah, those 2 wins. And also, for the first time in history, there are, I think, 10 female governors in the country because New Jersey elected their first, Virginia elected their first female governor.
Great.
Ever. And New Jersey elected a Democratic governor.
10, the fact that 10 is like the groundbreaking number, that it's taken us this long, it's like, we finally have 10.
At the same time. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
There are 50 states.
So many.
That means there are 40 male governors still right now.
Yeah.
I know none of them are non-binary.
At least not out.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Ain't that the truth? So it was just really cool. And also, you know, I'm going to go back to Zoran because Gavin Newsom, our governor in California, people think that he's trying to lay groundwork for a presidential run. And he actually has been getting attention by his social media team, who's been very like young and funny and calling out conservatives online and stuff like that. I can't speak to all the details, but I know that like Newsom has passed some things like against AI and like trying to protect Hollywood a little bit and those things. However, he also has recently, for maybe no reason, or the reason is he thinks he can win centrists this way, I don't know, is throwing trans people under the bus for no reason. Trans people are 1% of the population. Leave them alone.
Just let them be.
Let them be. But it's like, why do you think that throwing trans people under the bus is a stepping stone to the presidency of this country?
Well, because unfortunately, look at the precedent. It has been.
Well, right.
For many years.
But like for a Democrat to do that,
he's showing his like soft, moderate underbelly. Like he's like,
so
look,
icky.
I don't actually care about people
or
their rights.
But Zoran,
I care about certain people when they look a certain way and they live in a certain place.
Sure.
And they act a certain way.
Zoran didn't have to do that.
That's so beautiful.
Zoran said trans rights, actually.
May he set the precedent moving forward.
And I think that's what everyone's hopeful for.
Yeah. Oh,
what's happening in the sky?
Please.
Is something happening in the sky that is kind of like swirling about to create this energy?
We just had a full moon. A full moon in Taurus. A grounding earth sign. We love that bull. Stubborn. Gets what they kind of works at what they want until they get it.
Pulling the cart.
Huh?
Pulling the cart?
Yeah. Yes, you're right. I immediately went shopping cart because I'm so capitalism pilled.
Yeah.
Ugh, disgusting.
No, he's pulling the farm cart.
He's pulling the farm cart of America. He's pulling us and and we're waving our social rights around that we just won. And we're saying, oh. I don't know. I'm actually not as in tune with what is going on astrologically right now as I normally am. Because I've just been throwing myself into like Hallmark content.
Already.
Hallmark mystery content.
Christmas mystery?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I've really just been wanting to get it. I've just been gobbling up whodunits left and right.
I mean, you know, I love that.
Yeah. And they're not like good, but I just like I just had a really strong urge going into this week without really checking in with the world or culture or astrology or anything outside of myself. I had a strong urge to watch someone encounter a problem and solve it under an hour and a half over and over again. And Tuesday night, I just kind of bundled up. Joe went to see a basketball game. I watched a chocolate chip murder she baked, a chocolate chip cookie mystery. I'm so sorry. I misquoted it. Which is based on a book series. Wow. And is a Hallmark movie series. It is like 10 or 11 movies long, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. And I had just a treat and a delight. And then I started the second season of High Potential. Which, were you watching? Or
I've seen a lot of the first season of High Potential. But it is so procedural that it's hard to binge.
Mm-hmm.
When every episode is the same.
And the second season is like took kind of a hard left turn into serializing. Like it was really, I don't know if it was just because it was the beginning of the season, but it was almost like a 2-part 1-2 episode, and it also was everything was like wrapped up in what was going on the season before, and kind of Caitlin Olsen's like subplot is all. So maybe they said we're going to be less procedural this season, or maybe it's just going to go right back to that.
I mean, they could do something Scandal style where you do
They
have
sure
your procedural element, and then you have your overarching season
they
element.
sure could,
and that
do
is
something
what
Scandal
makes
style.
you want to click play.
Which we also started watching Scandal again now that Halloween is over, and it's just Olivia Pope. She just knows how to fix everything,
and that's fun. But then she's still just embroiled in Scandal.
Scandal spoiler: if you're gonna watch Scandal, fast forward a couple minutes. We recently got to the part where she beats the former vice president to death with a chair, like in the war room under the
crazy.
Like she commits her first murder. I don't even know if she commits more, but she
I don't remember.
Commits her first, and like that is the I can just I'm like, oh, this is the moment where she is like she has changed fundamentally, and the way she interacts with characters now is like different, and it is thrilling. It's I think I'm realizing how good the writing is on the second go round. I'm like, this is actually
because you can kind of be outside of it a little bit, and
yeah,
kind of knowing what's going to happen.
Exactly.
I would forget every single thing that's ever happened.
It is kind of a weird thing to watch right now because it's it's like the election season. It's the season right after the election. It's a season that starts with election night, where like the winner of that election is revealed and then assassinated. And then the rest of the season is just like everyone untangling like who actually did it, who's being framed.
Yeah.
It's madness.
But so fun.
But so
Thank you,
fun.
Shonda Rhimes.
Thank you, Shonda.
And Shonda Rhimes.
Our deepest thanks. Famous Capricorn.
God. Capricorn. And I think I'll go as far as to say we have the same birthday.
I think you do. Because I wanted to say the same thing.
Sorry to say that me and Shonda Rhimes have the same birthday.
I'm not sorry.
But it makes a lot of sense that she is. Yeah. I mean, there was a time where she had 3 primetime shows back to back on Thursdays.
Thank God it's Thursday.
That's actually like
that is like
stunning.
I think maybe unheard of.
Yeah.
I can't think
it was Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder, and Scandal.
Boom,
Not
boom,
in
boom.
that order, but
probably close to that.
Yeah.
Or probably Murder was last.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's awesome.
Anyway,
I think it's time for our
Capricorn against the moment of the week. You know how I feel about jazz.
You hate it. I wanted to get you a little mad, get you a little riled
Get
up.
me a little mad?
Yeah.
Do you have your Cancer moment, or you want me to start?
I want you to start.
I did tell you this before at your Halloween party, but I was watching a video of a podcast hosted by Drew Afualo interviewing Cynthia Erivo, the actor. And Cynthia Erivo is a Capricorn, which I didn't know.
Amazing.
But it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
She's very serious.
And Ariana Grande is a famous Cancer.
And they're besties.
For good.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was such a big thing with their publicity tour for the first Wicked movie was their friendship.
I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, it was all about
Did they become friends because of Wicked or That's awesome.
So, okay.
Of course
that
they're
is great
best
to
friends.
know. Yeah, sister signs.
They were destined.
So Cynthia was like, I'm a Capricorn. And then she said, keep us around, which was fun.
That's fun.
And then Drew was like, oh, I think my sister is a Capricorn moon. Emotions. And was kind of talking about how when she's on the phone with her sister every single time, at one point her sister will be like, I have to poop, I gotta go. Until there was a point where Drew said, wait, no you don't. You don't have to poop. You just want to get off the phone. And Cynthia said, yeah, see, if she had been a Capricorn rising, she would have just said, I'm leaving now. I'm getting off the phone.
Yeah.
And last week I was speaking to my mother. I realized we'd been speaking for an hour, and then I said, I want to watch Survivor. I have to go. I have to hang up now. We've been talking for an hour now.
And you were talking to your Gemini mother.
Who will talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, as
like
we
Joe.
talked about with Joe, who spent 3 hours easily on the phone with his Sagittarius
Spent 3 hours with us on the podcast.
Yeah.
It was an hour and 40 long minute episode.
So I...
That is so funny.
And then of course I'm like, I have to watch Survivor, and then she's like, oh, is Jeff Probst still on it? Asking me questions about that. I'm like, yes, he looks great.
He looks great. I have to go.
I have to go and watch it now.
Season
49. Wow. Can you believe?
Your commitment is... Has Jeff hosted every season? Oh, yeah. That's
I haven't seen all of the seasons, I'll say that. I watched the very first one, which was culturally groundbreaking.
Okay. So if we were to get into Survivor, we don't have to go back and watch all of them. Watch the first.
No, you don't have to watch all of them. There are helpful lists online.
Okay.
That I think you would love Survivor, and I've shown you Survivor. You've
been hooked before.
Yeah. And you should be hooked, especially as a Traders fan with Survivor players. You need to be kind of knowing Survivor.
I just need to know stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
so that was my Capricorn moment.
Whoa.
I mean, sorry. What was your Cancer moment?
Take my spot.
Sorry. Uh-oh, claws out.
My claws are out. This is my Cancer moment of the week. Just kidding. It was probably when our Halloween party had ended, and there were just a few of us hanging out. Like, music was softly playing. We were chatting. I think something was on the TV. And Joe turned to me and, like, was like, hey, can you remind me what Garrett, his friend Garrett was there, and he was like, can you remind me what his, like, rising sign is? And I was like, I don't remember, but please hold on. And then I searched my phone because I knew I had a screenshot or something, or like the document saved of his entire birth chart somewhere. This is more of like a Cancer Pisces moment of the week is what I will say. And took me about 2 minutes. I found it. I already forgot what his rising is, but he's a Aries sun, Pisces moon, which I think is a fascinating combination.
Aries sun, Pisces, and moon.
And to him I said, it feels like you have a zest for life and you're excited about everything, but you've also been here before. Oh. And he was like, that's exactly how I feel.
Oh my God.
And then I was just kind of looking at his chart and being like, oh, and this. And he was like, uh-huh. And then our friend Elena was sitting next to me, and they just handed me their phone with their birth chart on it, and they were like, talk to me. They have so many Capricorn placements. They rival you in their Capricorn placements, but they're in like different, like they're a Gemini moon, Cancer rising, Capricorn sun.
Which makes it very different.
Yeah, it's extremely different. Yeah. You're completely different. Your big three are so informative.
Totally.
Anyway, I was like kind of just reading them, not for filth, but just like being like, oh, this and this and this, and this is probably why. And they were like, oh my God. Oh, yeah. No. And then I screamed at everyone, does anyone else want me to yell at you about your birth chart? And everyone politely declined. But I did feel like I was like, something had tethered me into the astrological
tapping
field.
Into something intuitively.
Yeah.
And you went, you became a soothsayer.
Yeah,
Your
I did.
Eyes rolled back.
I did.
You suddenly were wearing bangles.
Yeah, God, so many. A white robe. My hair was white.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Angelic, even. On the back of Michelangelo or whatever. I know.
Uriel to the front.
Yeah.
Azrael to the back. Michelangelo to the right. And Donatello to my left. No, that one's a turtle.
That one is a turtle.
Just a turtle.
And we know it. You don't think he's an angel too?
The angel Donatello.
I don't know.
I don't know, actually.
I don't know. I don't know enough about the angels or the painters or the turtles.
Ignorant on all three fronts. And proud.
Proud of it.
All right, it's time for our... What is your scream, cry, or throw up?
I am so fucking pissed off, Juanita. I am screaming every day. I'm driving down Highland going south, and I'm stuck at Franklin, and I look at that billboard that says, now you see me, now you don't. You know what? You want to know why that makes me so mad?
Why?
Because I saw Now You See Me, one, otherwise known as Now You See Me, in theaters. I had a blast. I said, this movie is better than it has any right to be.
Yeah.
The cast, delightful.
Yeah.
The acting, great. Magic, so fun.
Perfect.
Heist, even better.
Yeah.
And I said, surely, when they come out with the sequel, they will call it Now You Don't. Or Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Yeah.
And when that sequel came out, it was called Now You See Me 2. I have never lost so much respect for a franchise.
It's sick.
I didn't even see the sequel because I was so mad.
So lazy.
At the lost opportunity.
I
It's
recently
lazy.
watched both of them on Netflix, had no idea that they ever existed before.
What'd you think?
Well, I had a fun time, and then I was kind of looking it up. Saw that there was a third one coming out, but I don't think it had a title yet. And then, but it was a lot of people online being angry about the sequel being called Now You See Me 2.
Like, that is nothing.
It's nothing.
You had to think harder to get there than to just go. Like, what are you doing? And when, believe me, I'm excited about the new movie, and I am going to go see it in theaters. Of course I am. Of course I am. Of course. But I am just so mad that my fingernails are digging into my palms as I make my two fists. One for Now You See Me and one for Now You See Me 2. An absolute failed opportunity. You think you can just waltz in here with the trilogy and act like you can just name the movie that now? You never get to name the movie that.
Not anymore. You lost it.
Not anymore.
You have to call it Now You See Me 3. You have to.
Or I don't know. What order do I watch them in?
That is such a good point. What order do you watch them in? When
What
they're all
order?
on Netflix?
I would see them all and I would go, Now You See Me. And then I would just naturally watch Now You See Me, Now You Don't. And then I would go, oh, there's a third. But it's called 2? And I'd be so confused.
Very confusing.
I'm so angry. I'm hot. Anyway, that's what my scream is about.
When's it coming out?
November 17th, I think. I just pulled that out of my...
You've been looking at that billboard a lot.
Because it's a stoplight, so I sit there and I grip the wheel. I'm so mad.
I will be seeing that, I think. I had a fun... I mean, a heist. It's
like,
unmatched.
why wouldn't we go see it? Why
wouldn't we? I mean, you know, I love a whoudunit just like you. You know, I love a heist. And actually, going to and from New York, I love to fall asleep to things in my ears, people talking in my ears. And they had the seat back thing, the screens. And that's my favorite, really, is to take the airplane headphones.
Yes.
Plug into the movie, click a movie, fall asleep, eye mask on.
That's so nice.
I did fall asleep. I did sleep to Knives Out.
Amazing.
A fun whodunit.
Yeah.
And then on the way back, I did sleep to Ocean's 8.
A fun whodunit. Heist. Yeah. A fun heist. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Can relate. Yeah, I'll be saying that.
Well, what are you screaming, crying, and throwing up about?
I have an update. Which, as you know, my schedule is changing.
Yes.
Which I requested to not work Saturdays and to work Fridays instead because you fuckers are always hosting a party on a Saturday night.
We're addicted to it.
Everyone is.
Everyone is.
Every single thing is on a Saturday night, and I don't. It's just like, why not Friday?
Why is that?
Why is no one ever doing something on Friday?
It's like specifically here in Los Angeles too. I feel like that wasn't really a thing in Chicago.
I guess I assume people would also be doing things on a Friday night. No one wants to be doing that.
No one's doing that.
So weird to me.
Yeah.
But I have been. I mean, all summer I had like a major birthday to celebrate every single month. I think from like May to October.
Yeah, that was horrific.
And I just was like having a bad time trying to like change my schedule all the time. And so I requested this switch. And also because Saturday money is actually not as good as the Saturday money should be. So it's not like it's worth it to keep the Saturday.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'd requested that. My friend manager at work was like, I'll look into that for you. We can probably make that happen. Kind of around the time that it is actually changing. However, last week when I was in New York, she texted me and she was like, hey, I'm sorry, I don't think we're going to be able to switch your schedule until the new year. And I was like, yeah, okay, fine. And then on Tuesday, I get a text from a different manager saying, hey, can you work tonight? No, I can't. Sorry, I have a date with my boyfriend. And then my friend manager, a different manager, texted me being like, hey, would you be able to make your Friday, Saturday switch this weekend? And I was like, well, yeah.
This is like a couple days ago.
Yeah, and both texts happened on the same day, on Tuesday, which is when the restaurant opens for the week.
And please note, you haven't said whether you're screaming, crying, or throwing up, and I feel like that was on purpose. My ears are peeled.
And so I'm like, what happened? So I text my friend manager, and I was like, yeah, I can do that. What, did something happen? And she said, yes. And I said, what is it? And she said, beep is no longer at beep. Beep, meaning my enemy is no longer working at my job. And I said, fired or quit. And she said, let go.
That means fired, folks.
Fired! After I talked to you and Joe about her being evil to me, I'd maybe worked with her one more time because she hates to work and had been getting out of shifts or whatever. But after that time, I was just like praying. I was just like, I was telling you, I was like, this woman needs to get fired.
Yeah.
Fire her. So I texted my friend who's also had a problem with her. My enemy has also made her cry at work. I said, did you hear? And she said, yes. Redacted actually texted me to tell me. I was like, that's weird. Why would she do that?
Yeah, why?
And she's like, I don't know. I got her a reservation at this place and she's been like more open and like kind to me lately.
Ew.
And I was like, oh, that's so weird because I feel like she's been even more hateful to me in the past couple weeks. And she's like, yeah, it seems like her goodwill for you has just gotten to me because, and then I said, she has a finite amount of kindness.
Yes. Ew.
Ew.
She was balancing her little scales.
I guess. Ew.
That's so gross and bad.
And so,
oh my God, she's gone.
I had, well, when my manager friend told me, I said, do you have details? She said yes, but she didn't tell me anything. So I asked my friend and I was like, what? So she told me that what my enemy told her was that she got fired over, I think it was a combo of, when I was in New York, I wasn't privy to this, but apparently she confronted a guest over a tip or not leaving a tip, which got one of the owners really mad, and then got a bad review. And I went to go look on Yelp, like all the bad reviews about customer service are like, the hostess was icy, hostile, passive aggressive, nasty. It's like, you know it's her. And so my friend was like, one of the managers apparently fought for her, but the owners were insistent, said she's got to get out of here.
Oh my God. Do you know which manager for yourself?
Yes. Yeah, I do. Yeah. The one who actually like talked to her for me when I complained. So she's like, that manager is like not against me, just like has a soft spot for my enemy, which is like fine. She hired her, like whatever. And, you know, I'm sure my enemy is sweet as pie to her.
Yeah. She's being manipulated.
And I think she has like sympathy for her because my enemy is like going through stuff. I don't know. It's just a miserable
your enemy
person.
is like a Sheena. Like your enemy is someone who always has something going on.
Yeah.
A Sheena Kristen.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's so miserable. Anyway, so I think she feels bad for her a little bit.
Sure, yeah. That makes sense.
Anyway.
Wow,
congratulations.
I am screaming
with joy. I felt like the cook celebrating when Kristen got fired in Vandy. I think I was watching Vanderpump with Vince in my bed, and then the text came through, and I was like, ah! And I told him, obviously, because he knows. And then I ran out of my room and told my roommate and her girlfriend, and be like, my enemy, it's gone.
So funny.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
I was the cook celebrating Kristen's departure.
I'm so happy for you. Truly congratulations.
So like, yeah, thank you. Yesterday I went to work and I was just like, I'm on cloud 9. I'm like, my revenge is taking such good care of these people. My revenge is doing the greatest fucking job and getting a good review.
That's your Capricorn Cancer moment of the week.
Yeah. Like
Cancer Capricorn.
I will spite you by being incredible at my job because you could not even bother to be a little good at yours. And we're recording on a Thursday, and Thursday was the worst time to work with this person, and now she's not there.
Oh my god, that's amazing. You could just go.
I can just go to work.
Just free.
And my manager friend will be there. She wasn't there last night, so I haven't gotten to I need to go on a walk with her and get a coffee.
Yeah.
And be like, spill.
Yes.
Spill.
You are maniacal right now, and I love it.
I'm so happy. I'm renewed. I'm energized. Zoran will be the mayor of New York City, and my enemy got fired!
She has been vanquished. Good will always prevail.
Good will always prevail. I can't wait to go to work.
Well, I think it's time to do a little celebration before we go.
Uh-huh.
And talk about Venus vibes.
Yeah. Venus is about beauty, pleasure, art.
Yeah. Love.
Love.
But we talk about love all day long. So we thought we would talk about some other Venus stuff.
Wait, I have a love thing to just mention.
Okay, good. Earlier she said she didn't have anything to talk about.
Well, okay, this is just a thing that I noticed.
Okay.
Vince and I are watching Vanderpump Rules. What else do we do? We don't do anything else.
Yeah, no. You don't have sex.
Canonically, we don't do anything
else. Yeah. It's canon, yeah.
Is earlier
when you hang out, you're watching Vanderpump Rules.
We watch Vanderpump Rules.
Does he watch on his own at all?
No, he's not allowed.
Good.
No, good. He would never do that.
Good.
But we were watching, and he was just kind of, apropos of nothing, making a comment about Katie being like, she's so, normal. And I was like, yeah, I when I was first watching, I kind of felt like she didn't fit in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. Like, she just kind of is not as crazy.
Yeah, literally every time they flash back to something bad that she's done, it's her getting too drunk that one time in 2012.
Literally that one time in season 2.
Yeah.
My boyfriend's defending that whore over
there.
Yeah. And I was like, well, she's a Capricorn.
Yeah.
So my boyfriend's Cancer ass was responding positively to a Capricorn woman.
Good. Of
and
course.
Vanderpump Rules, which is great. And I was like, oh, you love a Capricorn? And he kind of looked at me and he was like, yeah. But it kind of felt like a moment of did he think I was saying, maybe saying a love, opening the I love you conversation?
Oh my God, that's right, because you haven't said it yet.
Yeah. So I just kind of flippantly was like, you love a Capricorn, huh?
100% that's what it was.
And he kind of went,
his little alarm
and then he
bells
did a little smile. He yeah.
He loves you.
Well,
say it.
He should say it. So yeah, that's kind of the Venus vibe updates that we haven't said it yet.
But it's coming.
I don't know.
You feel it.
Yeah, it has to be.
You want to say it.
Yeah.
But you'll wait.
Yeah.
Or it'll come out of you.
Yeah.
You'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
Please keep me updated.
I will. I don't really have a plan.
You're really only seeing him once a week? No, that's not true. You see him in the evening.
I'll see him tonight. We try to do like a Thursday night sometimes because he works later on Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
And then like this week we spent time Monday evening and pretty much all of Tuesday together.
Darling.
So we have the same weekend.
Gorgeous.
So, but yeah, it's not a lot of time.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my little like That's my little
I'm so excited. We talked a lot about this off the pod about like surrendering to the you got to surrender to his little cancer water baby ass. Just see what happens.
I guess.
Surrender.
I made the observation and he has agreed that he doesn't love to take an emotional risk.
No, he doesn't.
He likes to know.
Mm-hmm.
Or feel like he knows.
So
could be up to me, but it would be nice if he would take a risk.
Yeah. I hope that he does. It would be so meaningful.
I agree.
Aww.
So, well, what do you have to say?
Speaking of beauty, you look so beautiful today.
Oh my gosh.
I zoned out a little bit while you were talking because I was like, oh my God, her hair is just so glistening. And
Thank you. I watched
the
it.
shirt on Depop that you got from Depop is so fun and cool.
Thank you. I don't know. My enemy being at work, I think, was just such a negative suck to my vibes.
Yeah.
That I am like excited to go to work and excited to look cute and like go do my day.
You got an arch nemesis facial. It's like you got a full body scrub. You're just exuding joy now that your enemy has been vanquished. Really great work.
It's awesome.
Really good work.
Thank you.
Yeah. My Venus update is that I can't stop listening to the beginning of Demi Lovato's new album.
But just the beginning?
Because I think the first 3 songs are so good that I keep starting it over every time I go to listen to it. And then I have to move on and do something else.
I gotta listen.
It's really fun.
I'll put it on when I go to work.
You gotta do it. It's called It's Not That Deep.
I listened to where I slept to most of the episode of Las Culturistas.
Amazing.
Where they interviewed her about the album. And they loved the album, and they were talking about how much they loved the album.
It's delightful. I read it in the little description that like, because Demi released an album like a couple of years ago that is like was like kind of more like rock and punk vibes, and there was some Instagram post about how it was like the death of my pop life or my pop music. I don't know. And then a promo for this album was like, we brought my pop music back to life or something. And it's kind of like some of it is a little EDM-y and like synthy, but in a way that I like so much.
In like maybe a Charlie XCX way?
Yeah. In a fun way. I think you'll like it. The second song, the lyrics are really delightful in like a fun Olivia Rodrigo way. And I sent it to our group chat because I was like, I think that
that's what that was.
The team is gonna like this.
I did see that. I said,
what the hell?
What the frack?
What the frack is this? Oh, this
I canceled Spotify.
I was gonna say, this reminds me, Spotify is running ICE ads now.
I know.
And I found this out from our musician friend that also they've started writing it into musician agreements. Like if you're a musician, you say, I want to put my music on Spotify. They say, okay, you have to let us use your music to train our AI so that we can do whatever we want with that AI later. So kind of it's the 1-2 punch. Like if for some reason the ICE ads weren't enough, then like get off. Apple Music is not way better, but they're not doing either of those things yet.
Yeah.
Tidal is better than the other two. But not like Tidal likes to say that they pay more. Yeah. They really pay about the same, but it is like better because of all the other junk. And I did hear there's a streaming service that is like maybe at least from the eyes of this indie musician, like kind of more ethical. They don't have a lot of indie artists right now, but it's like cuboxyl or something. It's a word I've never heard of.
That one's too much for me.
Yeah. But just know if anyone's really trying to get away, look up whatever I just bungled my way through.
I think I'm gonna switch to Tidal.
Yeah. You also have Apple Music right now because you're part of my family. Just so you know.
Oh yeah. So maybe I should just do that.
You don't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Just open the app.
Huh.
You can also there's services where you can pay, or like what I did was like I signed up for like a free trial, and then in a week I just copied all of you can like transfer your playlists and stuff over in your library from Spotify to Apple Music.
Oh.
And I think the latest like Apple Music update and iOS update, I remember seeing like in the app, it was like transfer your music from another streaming service to Apple Music. So I think they're rolling out some technology to transfer because they are taking advantage of the fact that the socialists are like, Spotify is.
I'm on my last month of premium right now with Spotify, so I should do that. And I did open Apple Music today, and your little Apple ID face is on there, and I need to figure out how to kind of extricate myself from your Apple identity.
I bet I just logged in on music. We got it. We got
to figure that out. And also,
that's fine. We'll do it offline. God.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, that Venus is all about music, and so
it is.
Well, art.
Sure.
So. That was the right time.
Good. Cancel
Spotify, and email us if you have questions. At Super Sister Shines for Cosmic Council. We don't have any this week because we did a whole episode of them last week.
Oops.
And hey, I think that's it. Thanks for listening.
Bye, Star Babies. Send us a message. Drop us a line.
Review and subscribe. Leave us a 5
stars if you can, and I know that you can.
Tell your friends and download it again.
Super Sister Signs. Super Sister Signs. Super Sister